And so on that note, we were talking right before that break about people filing for bankruptcy more than once, and we were kind of going over the amount of time that you have to file. Explain that if you can, because it was starting to get a little bit tricky there.
Well, when a person files a Chapter 7 and the case is concluded, and they find the need to file a Chapter 13 again, they could actually do so right away if they needed it. However, they wouldn't get a discharge in the Chapter 13. It's only after 4 years from that earlier Chapter 7 can they file a 13 in which they get a discharge.
4 years after it's been completed, or 4 years after it's been filed.
From filing to filing. And that brings up the question about, well, many people have a misconception, and in Chapter 13 they have to pay all of their debts in full. That is not so. They have to certainly pay the delinquency on the property that they're trying to keep, whether they're behind on their house notes or behind on their car note. That has to be paid back in full. Any taxes that are recent income taxes have to be paid back in full, without interest, I might add, which is a big improvement over the IRS arrangements that typically could be had. But the unsecured creditors, that's the people without any mortgage, the credit cards, the finance companies, the department stores, the medical bills, those can be paid back based on a best efforts approach. If they can only get paid 10% on those debts, because that's all the debtor's abilities are, then at the conclusion of all the payments under the plan, whether it be 3 years or 5 years, the debtor gets a discharge from the portion not paid. So a discharge is available in Chapter 13. It's just that certain debts have to be paid in full.